So welcome back students. So today I will discuss the third unit, that is chemical bond valency and radioactivity, and this unit is the part of the main topic, that is atomic structures. So this is the main theme of this chapter, that is what is chemical bond, what is valency, how the formations of the cations and the anions are followed, and the some very basics radioactivities and their phenomena, how they react and their mechanisms. Okay, so first of all, what is basically the chemical bond? So whenever one atom combine to another atom, suppose that I have one oxygen atoms and the another oxygen atom is combined. So what is the basic reason behind it for formation of the chemical bond? Students, chemical bond is the basic things for their stability. So need to their stability. Suppose that if I say that sodium, plain sodium atom, there is only sodium atom is present. So this sodium atom is very reactive element. Okay, so immediately it will give one electrons from their outermost shell and it will convert it to the sodium plus ion, and after that this sodium plus ion will react with chloride minus ion. It will form the sodium chloride ion. So the main fundamental thing of the chemical bond formation, that is the stability. So whenever when the atoms of the same element, or you can say that the different kind of elements, so combine to form one molecules, so having the some force of attractions developing between the combining atoms, and this force of attraction between the two similar or the different atoms in a molecule is called the chemical bond. Okay, so this is called chemical bond. So chemical bond, basically the two types. One is the electrovalent bond or ionic bond, and the second part, that is the covalent bond. So another bond is also there. So this bond I will not discuss in this video. So this class, in your 8th standard, you will learn only the two types of bond, that is the one is covalent bond, another is the ionic bond. So what is the reason of the formation of the bond? Reason is the formation of the bond, that is the stability. So how this stability occurs? See student, suppose that I have sodium atom and I have the chlorine atom. So this sodium atom is very reactive. So sodium atom, what will happen? Sodium, the electronic configuration of the sodium, that is the K equals to 2, L is equal to 8 and M equals to 1. Okay, and the chlorine, that is the atomic number 17 and the electronic configuration K is equal to 2, L is equal to 8 and M equals to 7. See, if you see minorly in case of sodium and the chlorine as well, so you will find that sodium atom, one electron is present in the outermost shell. So what is the outermost shell? The last shell. And case of chlorine atom, that is the 7 electron is there. Okay, now this sodium atom always try to convert it or reached into a stable mode. Along with this, it is a very reactive element. So how they will achieve this stability? The achieve this process, that is the formation of the chemical bond. That means whenever there will formations of the bond between chloride atom in this particular case, so then it will reach in stability, or you can say that developing the stability in this molecule or compound, whatever it is a molecule. Okay, now the other thing is, sodium atom release the one electron from the outermost shell and it will immediately form the last electron will be 8, and the reason is the 8 electron is very stable. So the nearest noble gas configurations. So we know that the noble gas are much more reactive, much more stable. Why? Because there is 8 electron in the outermost shell, and experimentally it has been found that so many of the noble gases, or you can say that the most of the noble gases are very reactive. They are in very stable state. They did not form the bond except some two or one more example, krypton and xenon. Otherwise the other element, that is the neon, helium, these are the element, are not try to form the bond because they are stable, because it is experimentally found that whenever the element having the H electron, that is stable. So sodium also try to convert their electronic configuration in 8 in the outermost shell. That time it will reach in a stability, or you can say that they attain the noble gas configuration. So that's why sodium immediately release one electron from the outermost shell and it will directly convert the sodium atom. Okay, now coming to the point, that is the chlorine atom. So chlorine atom also try to do the octet. So how they achieve? So they will need the one electron to complete their 8 electron in the outermost shell. This is the one pathway, and the second pathway, that is the losing of the 7 electron. So two probability is there: 1 electron adding or the 7 electron remove. So in this particular two cases, though two cases is there, so the first cases, that is the additions of the 1 electron, is basically much more favorable for the energy concern for chlorine atom. So it will take the 1 electron, whatever the electrons, that particular electrons already been removed from the sodium atom, and that chlorine atom will collect the 1 electron from the into their outermost shell, and it will convert the Cl minus. And now, and this Na having the Na plus charge and Cl having the Cl minus charge. So now coming to the point, that is the positive charge and the negative charge into it. So when then this positive charge and negative charge always attract to each other according to the electrostatic force of attraction, for Coulomb's law, and they will bind to each other very closely and formations of the bond. So this is the procedure of the electrovalent bond. And the another part, that is the covalent bond, the mutual exchange of the bond. So these things you will learn in higher classes as well, in the 9th or 10th standard. Okay, so covalent bond, when the element are being two non-metal is there, and they are not the electrons for gaining or sharing, and that at particular times they will share their valential electron to other elements, and it will form the chemical bond. The moral story of this chemical bond formation, that is the stability. When the stability, for the achieving the stability, they will form the bond. Now in your syllabus, some of the point is there, how the formations of the positive ions for formations, or the how they are achieve their negative ions. Means we know that the formations of the positive ions basically they are called the cations, and the formations of the negative ions, that is called the anions. So positive ions also called the basic radical, as well as the negative ions is called the acid radical. So radical part we will learn after this video. So how to there, in the next topic we will learn the radical also. So the positive ions, that is cations, how they will form. So if you take an example, and again the sodium atom. So this is the orbital diagram of the sodium element or sodium atom. So see students, there is only one electron in the outermost shell, that is the in M shell, and it will give the 1 electrons, and it will convert the sodium plus ion. That is the formation of the cation. So how did it form? So electron is negatively charged, sodium is positively charged, it is minus 1 electron, ultimately minus is plus, and it will form the positive ions. That is the sodium plus formations, that is K2L8M1, and it will remove the 1 electron, it will form the sodium plus ion. Again the same thing will happen in magnesium. Magnesium is the atomic number is 12, and it having the 2 electron in their outermost shell, and whenever this 2 electron will remove, they will achieve their octet, and that means their outermost shell will be converted into nearest noble gas, that is neon, and that is the 8 electron whenever they achieved. So it will form the 2 electron, it will lose, and after the losing of the 2 electron, it will form the magnesium 2 ions. Same thing will happen in aluminium. So these three elements, whatever the three elements I have shown you, that is the formation sodium, magnesium and the aluminium. So the both are the metal. So that means the moral story of this, the metal has a specific tendency to remove the electrons, because it having the available of electrons. So that's why it will give the electrons, and it will form the cations. Now apart from that, the negative ions, that is the formations of the anions, is something like that. In case of, if you consider the example of chloride ion, So the same thing will happen if you go to the configuration part, that is k is equal to 2, L is equal to 8 and M is equal to 7. Again the M, that is M shell, that is 7 electron is there, that will take the 1 electrons, because the if it remove also 7 electron, but energetically it is not favorable, as well as it is a non-metal. It is the another important part aspect, the periodic properties is there. So and there's a lot of the other peripheral things is behind it. So on this point, so sodium chloride chlorine atom will take 1 electron from the sodium or the other atoms, and it will immediately form the Cl minus ion, and it will be stable again with the 8 electron in the outermost shells, and it will form the Cl minus ion. So this is the formations of the chloride ion, and this is the orbital diagram of this chlorine atom. The 7 electron in their MKL M shell, and it will take 1 electron, and after that it will formations of the Cl minus. And the same thing will happen in the case of formations of the oxide ion. In case of oxygen, there is the 6 electrons in their outermost shell, and it will take the 2 electrons for their octet, because the 6 electron in the outermost shells, 2 electron is need for the octet, that is 8 electron, and it will gain 1 electron, it will form the O2 minus. The same thing will happen in case of nitride ion also. So if you say the nitrogen atom, so nitrogen atom, the 5 electron in their last shell or the valence shell, and it will take the 3 electrons for the octet. Basically it is having the 5 electrons in their valence shell, and it will take the 3 electrons, it will considerably form the N3 minus ion. So this is the part or the formations, how the formations of the cations and the anions. Okay, so thank you, and the next videos I will discuss the combining capacity, or what is the valency and the other thing.